What in the hell? There's a damn turkey on the shop. What's up guys, welcome back to Roddy's Rides. Real quick update, I ended up getting a G7X camera Mark II for Christmas, so that's what I'm filming on today, so hopefully the quality is a little bit better, and it's all automatic focus, so maybe everything I'm showing will be not in proportion, but in focus. Huge shout out to Tanner and Joe. Joe for just keeping up with editing, and Tanner's also been helping edit the videos, and he's also been letting me use his camera, which is not a bad camera, it was just manual focus, so it was a little bit more difficult. Today, we're gonna try to be dialing in the project and actually hopefully getting the car running. I don't know about driving just because it won't be tuned, but in theory it's just adding colder air, so maybe it'll run, I don't know, we'll see. Let's just jump straight into this, so let's start cranking. So before jumping into this, there's a little bit of flakes and hoorah from us test fitting the other pieces and all that, and if you haven't watched the last video, we actually ended up deleting plates, so let me show you that real quick. So this plate used to be the plate that goes onto the supercharger that adapts to the intercooler plate, which adapts to the intercooler. And so I think that's a whole lot of extra hoorah to make this work. So what we ended up doing was this little notch right here. If we deleted that plate, that notch was hitting the intercooler plate right about here. And sorry, the shop's a mess. We just got back to our house. But if this thing will focus, we notched it out right here. And the other thing that we were going to be doing, so we used this spring-like thing, which is called a helicore, or a helicoil, I can't say it, but they're steel. And what we were thinking was previously when this kit was installed, there were slight boost leaks or anything coming out of it. And so we're actually going to install this without silicone just to make sure, or RTV to make sure everything is going in correctly, everything fits. And if we do have boost leaks, then we'll come back and RTV it to make sure that there's nothing. But we're going to try it without. Last time when we were going through, we could see a lot of these threads weren't ruined, but they were eaten away at. So they were a lot weaker. And with aluminum, it makes the material just weaker to thread into, and with less threads, it just makes it more of a sketchy application. In this hole, we drilled it out and we put a helicoil in there, so that would be a steel threaded insert pretty much. And so that's going to help us get a better bite on the bolts, and it also is going to help cinch the plates together, so in theory there's no boost leaks. We're going to try that, and we also have to trim the gasket. First thing that we're going to do is we're going to start torquing down the bolts on the car. So you guys can't see that, but using our handy dandy instructions, it says that we need to torque down these bolts 18 to 25 foot-pounds. So we'll probably do like 24, 23 foot-pounds. I don't want to max tighten it because we're also threading into, in theory, plastic of the intake. So I don't want to Mac Daddy tight it, but we're just going to snug those down. But first, before I do all that, you guys can't really see, but from us going back and forth, there's still a lot of little shavings and stuff. So I'm going to vacuum all this up first, and then I'll start torquing stuff down. So let's get into it. Okay, now putting on the intercooler plate, we are going to put in the stud bolts that go into the lower intake, and then we'll torque those down to 18 through 25 foot-pounds. We'll probably go somewhere around like 24, 25. And then the next thing we'd be doing is putting on the intercooler and testing all the fittings, and we will make sure we take out the rags this time. So now we have all the hoses actually plumbed up and lined. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna fill up the second coolant tank and see if we have any leaks that we can see. And we also, we're backtracking a couple of the hose clamps. So once we get all these tightened down and hopefully we won't have any leaks, then we'll start throwing on the supercharger. We just poured in our coolant, our 50-50 mix, and now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna run the wire. It's gonna be a hot wire, just so it jumps the, I think it's just gonna jump the pump, maybe the fans, I don't know, or it might do it all. So we wired everything up, and we wired everything up, and the fans and the pump didn't turn on, so we're assuming you have to have the car on. So right now we're putting in all the bolts and our 2 different screws that we're gonna use to mount the intercooler plate to the supercharger. So once we get this all buttoned up, this is just kind of tedious. Then we'll be putting on the supercharger and then the belts. So update you then.
Turn it off if I say turn it off. Alright. It's like splashing everywhere.
I know. I keep thinking that's gonna happen.
What'd you? Oh, we didn't plug the map sensor? Oh, I got excited.
Alright, you wanna try that
Alright,
again?
yeah, let's do that again. Man, that sounds freaking cool!
Okay, so we
Is that
gotta
the fans?
we gotta plug all these.
Yeah.
I
Well, it's
don't-
all vacuum.
I don't know if we had fans or not, but we'll deal with that in a minute.
Sounds like a damn airplane.
Yeah.
It's like about to take off.
Boost to the moon.
That was sick.
It's idling nicely, at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just something.
Is it because that thing's hitting on here? I don't know.
You could?
We
be.
could try
Sounds
the
like
longer
so.
belt. Maybe that belt's too tight.
Maybe it's putting tension. Oh, you know what? I bet it is.
What?
I bet it's putting too much tension on
Well,
this.
right,
I mean,
that's-
it's tilting back, so it's putting.
Get the longer one. Let's try it. But
Belt swap.
you may not.
It always like starts low.
Gives you hope and then it rips it away.
There it is. It gets louder. Oh my god, that is loud.
Oh, Thank you guys for watching another one of our videos. If you haven't already, go down and drop a like button down in the description. We put the whole car back together and then we started and it had a terrible noise. It sounded like a airplane slash like Procharger had a baby and just, it didn't sound right. We took it all apart and we put it all back together. So that noise is gone now. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Hope to see you guys next week.